Yeah, scratch. Good Dunning, and welcome to another episode of Good Dunning here. There we go. Let's get that out of here. There we go. All right, guys, welcome to an episode of Good Dunning there. More intuitive me, Elizabeth. Welcome. All right. My name's Josh, Mr. Floyd, and yeah, so if you're new here, please like, subscribe, hit the bell for when I go live. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for being here. If you're watching the rewind or the replay, thank you. You are acknowledged. Before we start the show, we will send a center of protection. Oh, Zane, Nathan, and Zane. Hey, it's like brother. Good dawning, Nathan. Good dawning, Zane. Good dawning, Lottie, Millie, and Elizabeth, the more intuitive me. Good dawning as well. Nathan Sipley, good dawning. Bonnie Bensky, good dawning as well. Trista, Witchy Trista, good dawning. Thank you. And we'll talk later. Send you a text. Nathan, Lindsay, it's always so wonderful and exciting to see you all. I'm so grateful for you all. Grateful for you, Lindsay. How's your universe? How's everybody doing here today? All right, before we start the show, we call in Archangel Raphael, we call in Archangel Michael, and we call in Goddess Isis for protection of all who are watching the show, protection of myself as well. We lay out protection for the day today. And all that we do and all that we seek and all that we say, we seek and stand in protection of Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, our higher selves, and Saint Germain, the Violet Flame. And the show itself, of course, I got its Isis as well. We drop a pyramid of protection over this show and those who are watching it, and we send love and favor to each and every one of us. So it is, hallelujah, and so it be. All right, so yeah, we're going to do generally speaking from now forward, all messages. And we're going to do this as well. All right. Let us do one other item here. Community motto. Subscribers. Beautiful. Beautiful. We should be in subscriber mode, but it doesn't show it. Let's see here. Subscribers, any duration. We'll do 1 minute. Beautiful. All right, so yeah, there you go. So you have 1 minute. Here you go. Be a subscriber for 1 minute to communicate there. So we'll make that a little bit easier, as we know how the chat's been going here and there. All right, guys, so welcome. Grateful for each and every one of you. Yeah, just a couple hours of sleep. We were late last night, the rain delay at the game. So, yeah, then tonight we have the women's soccer game versus Ireland. So that should be women's U.S. soccer versus Ireland. As tonight's game, I'll be at a gate. So I'll see some of it maybe, but grateful. All right, so I've done 2 snowballs put, okay, together. There we go. All right, creative. All right, so let's go ahead and use the cards here. Today's deck is the Mind Info Oracle deck. Do not disturb on the phone, just in case. That's always fun, right? If my dad were to call, good dunning. Thank you, Millie, and safe travels to you as well. I know you travel. All right, favor to all. Nathan, what is going on? Let's see here. Nice to see you all. All right, grateful. All right, let's see what we get with the cards here, guys. All right, these again are the Mind Info Oracle cards, one of the least expensive decks you get on Amazon. All right, so the bottom card as the energetics for today, and the top 3 for how to obtain energetics. We've also got the Dream Amethyst today, so we're going to see what are you dreaming about, and of course curve cards as well. And I don't know. We'll see what else. All right, guys, how are we doing? Thank you, Nathan. Yes, I do. There you go. All right, so today's card is I surrender. Are you waving the flag? Surrendering. What are you surrendering to? Are you being asked to let go of your need to control each part of your life and surrender to the universe? So let go a little bit. Let things come into you. What are you pushing away that you're looking for? What are you looking for that you're calling to yourself? Let the universe bring to you. Hershey, good dawning. Trista, good dawning. Lottie B. And if you're not subscribed to Lottie B, Hershey, or Trista, we definitely recommend subscribing to all 3, as all 3 have active and living channels there. Hershey with her readings and her awesome family and guides, and Lottie with her music, and Trista with her amazing healing and tuning forks. So subscribe to all three, please. All right. So what are you surrendering there? That's the question that you have to ask for yourself. For myself, lots of things, but the big thing is control. And as I surrender control, I keep learning more and more, and I keep getting more free in the control. At least inside here, one day at a time. All right. So next one is stop and pay attention. I don't know what you need to pay attention to. It's asking you to pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs that you are being given. These signs, both subtle and unsubtle, could be missed. These signs will help you to move forward in order to live your best life. So what signs from the universe are you not paying attention to? So it's asking you first off to surrender to the universe, then pay attention to the universe. There we go. So far, so easy. Next one is choice. You're being asked to make a choice that you've been struggling with, whatever that choice is. So there you go, choice. What choice have you personally been struggling with? I can't answer that for myself. But so it's asking you to look in and see what choice have you been needing to make that you may not have yet made or may not have made yet. Little magnet that holds this thing on. And so try to get it at the right spot. So it sounds just a little bit better. It may have sounded all right while it was at, but you never know. They recommend it closer. So there we go. A little bit closer. That ought to work. There we go. All right. So you've been asked to make a choice. And so what choice do you need to make? And then give. On the other hand, give. There we go. So it's saying, one of the best feelings we can experience is giving to each other. When we do so, we feel lifted up in our lives. So it's asking you to give. But what are you asking? What is it asking you to give? I don't know. So from this end, if we piece it all together, sometimes it's like a puzzle until we go through it again. Zane, good dawning, brother, on the other side of the planet. Favor and love. How are you doing? All right, so surrender. So it's asking you to step aside and surrender whatever that is that you need to surrender yourself. And to pay attention, pay extra close attention to your universe and to the attention that's being, to the signs that you are being given. So the universe is trying to tell you something like surrender, and then, hey, I'm giving you something. It's going to give you a choice. You don't know what that choice is, but you have to make that choice. So you're being asked to make a choice that you've been struggling, whatever that is. And then finally, give. So one of the best things we can do is give. So once you make that choice, it's asking you to give of yourself, whatever that is. Sometimes these are a little bit cryptic and they don't always fall as easily in the book, but this one, yeah, it's not too bad. One of the best feelings we can experience is giving to each other. So once you surrender, pay attention to what the universe is telling you. It's going to give you a choice. And then, of course, whatever you're doing, give to others as well. Give to yourself, too. That's something that, for sure. All right, guys. So how are we doing this dawning as watching the check go from 7:12 to 15? How are we doing, guys? Are we having a good day? How is your universe? Moon doesn't go void of course until late tonight. All right, so the moon, void of course. If you don't know what a void of course moon is, we went through that once before. Void of course means that whatever you do, you're not going to be seen. So that means that the moon doesn't look like it's moving at all. It's void of its own course. And so in your end as well, and you can look up the void of course times. I think I put it once on the community page if I'm not incorrect. But yeah, void of course means that you're not seen in your universe. And I've had a few void of course days around here, like when you put it into a chat, hi, good dawning, and then you don't get a reply. That's the idea of, and like the whole chat, not seen, which has happened before. But then I'm sure it happened to all of us. But then you end up with a void of course, like for that day, and that's the same idea. Like if you do a video and you get 5 views, but you used to get like 500 or 50 views, that would be void of course as well. So it happens, and it happens more often than you would think. But void of course, yeah, you're just not seen nor heard during a void of course at all. You're blinded. Like the moon's not moving, you're not moving, nobody sees you. Jimena, good dawning. Zane, I have a fiery energy of Lyrian, so sometimes I get into news and politics. It drains me always. I like to stand for truth. There you go, Zane. But do you know what the truth is? If you're getting into news and politics, you're real careful not to find the truth is the hardest part, to be honest. They don't want us to, honestly, they don't want us to know the truth. Whatever the truth is for you or for me is one thing, but the actual physical truth, we may never really know. And then you got your politics as well over there in Pakistan to top all that off, between Pakistan and India and all that too. So yeah, do we ever really know what the truth is? I would honestly say probably not in some aspect, but we always strive to find out. But that's going to be the question. All right, and of course we're going to do some fast gratitude as well. So we just did the Mind Info Oracle cards. Let's do some fast gratitude. We're going to shuffle things up a little bit. By doing fast gratitude, gratitude is the attitude that will change your universe. So if you can ground into fast gratitude, ground into being grateful, then that's the easiest way to make a shift in your universe, certainly for mine as well. Grateful because we're looking for just make my coffee. Chat is chatty. There we go. No coffee yet. I still have to go to the store and buy some or just deal with not having coffee. But yeah, so all right, guys. So we do have a glass of water, though. Much better. All right. So from your end and from my end here, let's do a couple of things here. We're going to do the gratitude first. So some fast gratitude, guys. So from your end, if you have a piece of paper, if you're new with us here, what we've been doing on the daily and what we do on the daily is to start and write a 5-piece gratitude list. And we do so within a minute. Why? Because by grounding into fast gratitude, we're programming ourselves. We're changing the way we think, and we're seeing ourselves more gratefully. If we start by writing down in the dawning, right? It's 8 a.m., 6 a.m., wherever you're at. Maybe 5 a.m. even. So in Zane's case, it's not. It's actually in the afternoon. But whatever, it doesn't matter. It's as long as you're writing gratitude down. A lot of us do not. We don't see our universe as grateful. And if we're not grateful, the universe, it makes it harder for the universe to give us new as well. If you say you're grateful for something, you're expressing to the universe that you want more of that. And it has nothing to do but to Xerox that for you. So from this end, what are you grateful for? We do this on the daily to ground us into gratitude. I had a smile. Kundalini awakening through gratitude, and it shifted to a current situation to an extent that I'm having now. Kind of shifted out through this kind of same situation here. Yes, summer mode is wonderful. Yeah, it's probably just me. Being alive, my hands, my feet, my kids, my grandkids. I love it, Hershey. It's always the same, and that's fine. My mind kind of rolls differently with the day, but there's always a handful of core things for sure. Hello, all you amazing people. John, good dawning. Welcome. Victor Sedona, love summer mode. Good dawning, Victor Sedona. Wait, hang on. Hey, Vic, how you doing? There you go, Victor Sedona. We give you wrench as well. I'm grateful to see you, brother. All right, and we know who Victor Sedona is there. It's Truthwave, so grateful. All right, so from your end and from my end here, let's go ahead and write a gratitude list of just 5 things that you are grateful for. We do this on the dawning here, and it just helps to ground out your day, especially if your universe, like mine, is working but not yet where you want it to be in any form or shape, or is not working against me gratefully anymore. It's working against myself. But gratefully there, it's how is it working for you? Watch what Josh posted on yesterday on Discord, and then watch the rest of the channel's videos. It'll shed a lot of light of just a lot of light, to say the least. Yeah, I posted a video on our Discord yesterday, and if you're not on the Discord, of course, send me an email, Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. Eventually, I need to change that to Mr. Floyd's Universe at gmail.com. But right now, it's Mr. Floyd Channelings, and that's fine. I have to close it out and send. Yeah, it's kind of a pain to switch emails here. The episode, I really want to watch those. It'll take me a while. Honestly, there's a lot of those episodes that you may want to watch, but to be honest, the one that I posted accumulates. There we go. All of the information from the other episodes itself in the Quantum Businessman there. And so, yeah, you may want to check that out. Understand kind of what's going on and where you're at. It's a question, like, again, if you start seeing things, patterns in your universe, like I have patterns that you're showing me that this might be more than, a little bit different than what we think it is. Planet Earth, well, yes, we are source, walking around to wake up to figure that we are source. That does not change in any aspect. And as we actualize, and we actualize piece of source as well, that doesn't change in any aspect. What changes is this a gaming field? And where are we? And so just watch the episode, guys. Eventually, this channel itself may kind of start to morph into that in some aspects, because it's kind of what it is that there's no randomness to this. You're here for, you are placed here, or you are trapped into here. And that this may be more than just the realm that you see it as. as just the earthly realm. Well, you're on a planet and you're a human. There may be way more to that, guys, and we don't get into it today. But watch the video if you like. You're not required to, but if it at all resonates with you, as it does with me, the fact that the universe, not myself, I'm not asking for any evidence of anything of any sort. I'm just living my life. But the universe itself is giving myself evidence and others, especially watch that video, that we are living in a gaming system, more or less, and that the gaming system is made. Yeah, just watch it, guys. Most of you guys here would understand. I'm going to tell you, you are fire creators versus or real fire, real player versus, and it gets deeper, guys. So basically, what if you watch the video, we'll go into a little bit, but not much. Then we're going to do some fast gratitude here as well. So while we're talking, if you want to grab a pen and piece of paper, but basically the video goes on to, and it's kind of like what we've watched before, is that are we in a gaming system that we signed ourselves into just for the challenge in the universe, and that none of this, it's a localized toroidal field that you're standing in, and none of this truly exists. It's kind of like AI or a holographic field that's why you only see less than 1% of through your eyes. You're only creating it as you see it, right? So if a tree falls in the woods and nobody's there to hear it, did the tree really fall? No, technically not in this case, because it's but yet if you go there into the woods, you may see a fallen tree, but yet that tree did not set up, or was that tree even there until you showed up? So there's questions about how much localized versus non-localized field, and that means that what you are seeing, it's like in a video game, it's a non-localized field. So, or it's a localized field. So as you're playing the game is rendering behind you, right? So if you're playing Grand Theft Auto, as you're driving down the street is rendering as you're driving, and it shows up, but you can only see so far, like the horizon, right? You only see so far, but it renders as it goes forward. Same thing in this aspect. Is this game rendering itself while you're in front of you as you're playing, right? So you're driving down the road, but the road's not totally really there, but yet it is as you're driving down the road. Lots of crazy things to think about. And so, yeah, check out the Quantum Businessman. It's an old video, but sometimes old videos come to you for a reason. And if you've been on this channel or part of this channel since its inception, then we started this, we started this, right? It's just, right. But now as we're morphing into where we stand, yeah, is this a gaming field? Is this, we all know that this is your own individual toroidal field. So your own energetic field within an energetic field. But again, is this energetic field that we're standing in, is it real? Is it an AI system where the greatest AI system where solid feels solid, but is it really? No, it's not solid. If we were to look at it, depending on how you look at it, if you were to do it with the laser there, and you remember that method, right? We may see moving letters, right? Numbers and codes, because it's living, right? Maybe it's actually, right, a computer program. We're not living, but maybe a computer program. We don't know. Scientists did find digital code as far out to the ends of the universe as they saw. They saw digital walls of digital code fencing in the universe. So we ask questions again, right? So the question becomes, and we're also asking, praying to source, right? We don't say source. Now, if you're a writer, or if you're a program, then you have to have a source creator, right? You're a programmer. You are the source of the program that you are creating, right? So when we say source, are we talking about energetic source? Are we talking about coding source? It's quite different. There's lots of questions here that can be answered, or questions here, and it's no specific answer. This is you have to go through in your gut. And so the question is, if this is a game, then how the heck did you trap yourself in the game? And if this isn't a game, then how did we get here into this realm in the first place? Either way, we weren't just grabbed, right? So that's the question. If there's no physicality in the universe, if the universe itself is generally just light, but we are in the densest portion of the universe, right? The physical 3D. Solid ass rock, right? Theoretically, but if you put it under an electron microscope, there's nothing solid about this. There's gaps in between each of every one of the atoms, but yet it comes out as solid. How can there be gaps in some sort of molecular structure of an item, but yet it turns out and comes into a solid state? These are the questions and the things that currently have been making me go, But yeah, and so I don't know if we'll ever truly figure out exactly where we are. I mean, theoretically on planet Earth, but even that may or may not be the case. The planet itself may not even be real if this is an AI system that we're standing in. But yeah, we really don't know. But yeah, so grateful. But you can see where it starts to get a little questionable here. And yeah, you were born into, or were you placed into, or were you thrusted into, or did you sign a contract to come in here? You know, they talk about before you come in here, you meet with the Council of Elders, and you sit down with them to discuss what you want to do on planet Earth. So, are you signing yourself away to go into a gaming realm? Or even better yet, I've always had a thought that I was escaping some sort of like the Orion Wars, which may or may not even be real. Because a lot of this, as I'm beginning to understand as well, is just memory implants or implanted ideas that may or may not truly even be the case. So it gets to be a little goofy here. But nonetheless, yeah, from my end, it's even a question, you know, is there, right? So did I escape from the Orion Wars to show up on planet Earth to get into the field of planet Earth so that I could escape being chased out of the or yeah, there's lots of questions here, guys. So that's yeah. So the question really is, where are we? So yeah. So if you want to watch that video from Quantum Businessman, it'll kind of go into that a little bit more. If you have that frame of mind, and it may help you to square off where on the universe we are standing, where in your universe you are. It may not, and it could throw you into it too. But either way, it's definitely worth checking out for sure. And maybe help loop it up there. Yes, Dream Day is a good idea. Dream boy, dream big. Trying to figure out where home will be next. Yeah, same here to an extent. I mean, it's either Chicago, most likely Chicago, where my dad is, as we put the GoFundMe together there, and I do need to help this universe. And I am speaking to my mother as well, who's in Cincinnati. And so, yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm doing. And I don't know if anybody's coming into my universe or if I'm doing this on my own either. A lot of times, you know, we start to make these plans. I'm going to move here and what have you. Poof. And then you meet somebody like I did last time. Last time I was in generally the same position here. My lease is going to be coming up. I was kind of jobless and like, what do I do next? And poof. How are you guys? And walked a friend of mine and my ex. And the rest is history. Listening, but on the show. There you go. Favor, Trista. All right. Big favor to you, and thank you. And we'll talk later. Thank you so much for posting that, Josh. Maybe I'll watch it with Norval. Yeah, and again, if it any which way, if it triggers anything within you or a memory or something, let us know tomorrow. If you watch it, let us know. Because yeah, there's lots of questions here, and all I really want is answers, but. A lot of internal stuff that you have to go through to get to those answers, and the answers we don't really know. None of us really know any of it, to be honest. All right, nice cleansed energy from Trista. Thanks. Yeah, this new moon is all about finding home, creating it, and coming home. Family. I don't even know what home and family are. It's been 7 years without much of any of that. And so from my end, yeah, just like I'm grateful to come home to myself and anybody else on the outside at this point. Physically, I'm just grateful. When I get a hug, I'm grateful. We kind of just leave it at that. And yeah, so generally I can get a hug every week or so, maybe one a week. There is a part in the Quantum Businessman latest video where he shows the concept of NPC being controlled by a handler. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to state the definitely why if you want to put that in the chat there, Millie. Video is only less than 15 minutes. It'll blow your mind to see. Yeah, so if you understand how this realm can work, and if you've watched that video, which I have, with the Quantum Businessman, I'm going to leave it alone. But the question becomes, in a lot of ways there, Clint, good dunning, the Gen X effect. Make sure you're subscribing to them. So I think they went live last night at like 11:30 Eastern time. I know I was still working at 9:30 up is my time. Each of you should be receiving 2 awesome hugs per day. Well, yeah, we get the group hug. That's true, Victor. We do get the group hugs from Truthwave there as well. But we're talking physical, like literally in the physical touch sort of deal. Is what your universe, what the universe likes to do, of course, when people get walled off. Yeah, you wall people off. What I'm noticing as well in the game here, a lot of us who are fire creators, actual real creators in this gaming system, or on Earth or what have you, a lot of us are walled off from other physical people. I know a few of us creators here on this channel who I would consider like not NPCs and not background players or anything else. Not programmed AI, right? Which is there you go. And think about this a second. Why are humans trying to create AI? If we're living in an AI field, are we trying to recreate where we're living? Are we trying to recreate ourselves as AI? But it's an interesting thought that AI is, in a lot of ways, maybe some AI is actually creating AI, right? Or the humans are they really fire humans or are they AI humans? We don't know. And are they trying to create more AI? It gets really goofy, guys. But yeah. It all starts with that Quantum Businessman. Well, it actually started before that with a different channel that kind of that's changed and kind of blew itself up. But it left some food for thought. And then the Quantum Businessman comes behind and kind of slam dunks the information. So check that out, guys, for sure. And if you didn't see the first video, just go to the Quantum Businessman. And when you go there, check out his other videos as well. It'll be the last video. But yeah, it's actually somebody in Congress. You just got to watch it to understand where we might really be and what's really Ashlyn Taylor, the random enthusiast. Good dawning, Ashlyn. Grateful to see you. Welcome to all you guys who are new here in the live. Please like and subscribe if you would. Hit the bell for thought-provoking conversation as well. And yeah, so let's do some gratitude, and we will leave the Quantum Businessman where he stands. And so check that out, guys, for sure. I'm going to pin that. Thank you, Millie. Poof. All right, so the original message for a video from the Quantum Businessman, the one where the guy is, gal, I should say, is she's sitting there in Congress in a congressional hearing, and her handler, whomever it is, starts mouthing, and the two start matching. So we're not saying anything, but it does definitely, and I'm going to say definitely for myself, and I don't know about you guys, but things that make you go, what? Whoa. I'll leave it at that. If it doesn't make you go what and whoa, then I don't know what will in this realm, because as we try to figure out who we are, right? As we try to figure out where we are and where we're standing and what we're standing upon, check that out, guys. It's 11, 12 minutes or something insane. And if you don't watch it, that's on you. But if you want to get a question, wow is all I can say. Yeah. I'm going to watch it twice. Like, literally, I watched it again. It was like, did I just see what I saw? It was, yeah. It didn't freak me out or anything, but it definitely left me with holy moly. This could explain a few things in my universe here and there. But again, that's up to you. All right. Piece of fieldstone from Chloe, which I keep up front here. Tumbled fieldstone. All right, guys. So let's go ahead from your end to mine and finally do some gratitude. What are you grateful for today? I'm grateful that even though I can see that information, it's not making me flip out. But at the same time, viewer discretion is advised. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm going to 5 things that we are grateful for. What are you grateful for? We ground into gratitude because gratitude is the attitude that does change things. A lot of things we try to make change on planet Earth in the toroidal field, and we don't. Why? Because we live in fear, we live in angst, we live in anger, frustration, what have you. And those energies are only going to push things away. So in order to create your universe, the best way to do so, one of the best ways, is to find an attitude of gratitude. So if you're grateful that for anything and everything in your universe, negative, positive, and all, negative and positive, again, is subjective. But if you're grateful that you have this, that, and the other in your universe, or that you have the ability to eat, or you have the ability to turn on the sink, and you can find gratitude in that's that kind of attitude, that will most change your universe. I see 17. 17, that's one of my numbers. Thank you for the 717. 17, yeah, there's another couple of us in the chat who use 17 as one of our numbers, and so favor. Thank you, Lindsay, for putting 17 in the 7 and 17 in the chat. 7, 17, and 27. That would also be a sign of progression. So you're progressing, but you're progressing in steps at 10. So that would be a huge progression too. Like shifting, 10 would be like shifting your universe, kind of protection there. Ooh, pardon me. All right, guys. So from my end and yours, let's do some gratitude. So I'm going to write 5 things that I am grateful for. What are you grateful for? Do you have 5 things that you can write down as well? And so you can put it in the chat. You can skywrite it, chisel it, what have you. And if you haven't checked as well, so you can chisel the Nuestra Tabla Rasta, the second show for Nuestra Tabla Rasa. There we go. Which is our new show, new channel, which is pinned to, and I'll put it up on Friday. I'll pin it. It's also up on the community page, the last show. That would be myself, Lucky Stone, Victor Sedona, Millie, and of course, Trista as well. And so check that out, guys. It'll be live on Sunday at 11 p.m., which would be 9 p.m. my time. If I only work till 9, which is conceivably possible on Sunday, especially based on hours, then I will see you there. If not, then I am working at Sunday night would be, I should be in the show Sunday night. I'm just selling tickets for the Colorado Symphony is playing John Williams music. So There we go. So I should be in the show. If not, then I'm working later than my shift and closing out, doing egress as well as ingress. And so, but yeah, so it's possible. Clint, 34, another fire number, 456, which equals a 7 as well. All right, so I'm going to write down 5 things I'm grateful for. You do the same, and I'll meet you back here in a minute. If you don't want to write anything down for gratitude, at least go over in your head 5 things you are grateful for. By doing this, Mystic John, good dawning. All right, we've seen you, and I've been to your channel too. So, all right, so we gave John a wrench too. He thought we're all family here. And so, from your end and mine, then take a minute and 5 things that you are grateful for. If you want to add them in the chat, like Hershey did, grateful. And I will see you in just 1 minute. I'm going to write down what I am grateful for as well. We're writing down what we're just 5 things that we are grateful for. You can put it in the chat or just write it down. All right, I am done on my end here. For knowing people who help, like all of you. Thank you, Mystic John. I'm grateful. Welcome and much love. Grateful to see you in the chat. Grateful, the more intuitive me. Elizabeth, grateful for work, for spirit, for my family, for pets, for health and well-being. Fantastic. And of course, I always write grateful for love. As I'm learning love, that's my lesson. And yeah, with all the trauma abuse there and blocking love for 49 years and not even realizing what I was doing, I am grateful. All of you, I am grateful for each and every one of you watching and the family and what we do together in this channel. I am grateful for ways to bring in currency into my universe, the flow or money, financial abundance. I'm grateful for healing the wounds of my inner child, my body. I don't hold any wounds. I'm source, but I'm attached to I'm the source of this body, right? That holds the wounds and holds all this trauma. And so that's why they call it the trauma body for a reason. It's not you, you're source. You're the energy that moves this body. You're the fire in the body, but the body itself is where the trauma is held. And then, yeah, so that's the anxiety attacks that I was having 2 weeks ago. And then peace in my heart. I'm grateful that each and every day I'm finding peace, a little bit more peace in my heart. Are you finding peace in yours? That's the question. And all right, so let's see. Chloe, good dawning. I am grateful to be alive at this point. Yeah, there's so many times I should have been dead. I had a gun pointed in my head a couple of times. It's crazy. Having people who back you up, grateful. Bail you out and stand next to you, bring you back to reality. I'm happy for my spiritual family, Adam and you. Grateful. All right. And Spree, we've seen you around as well. So we've given, Enspree now has a wrench too. Welcome and grateful to welcome to the family, Enspree. And so what else are you guys grateful for? Lindsay, I am grateful for the fresh breeze, for the cabin I live in, for my good health, for abundant, nourishing food, and for clean, cleansing water. Grateful. I am grateful for the lady that stopped to let me cross the road. Oh, yeah, there you go. My coffee, the day off, my tomato plants, the rabbit that didn't eat, and or beautiful family here. Yeah, always favor to anybody doesn't want to eat our garden there, right? Teresa, good dawning as well. Teresa's live on Tuesdays and Thursday. She wasn't live last Tuesday, but she should be live this Thursday, guys, which would be today. So Teresa will be live at 3. Yeah, I'm starting to miss track of the days here. 3 and 5. 3 o'clock my time, 5 o'clock East Coast. Teresa, Wounds to Wisdom there. If you're not subscribed, please do so. But yeah, grateful for difficult days. They force me to see the light. 2 for stress, to allows me to ground. 3 for my pets, they show me love. 4 for community, I'm not so alone. And 5 for tears. Teresa, big hugs. I can certainly, big hugs and love there. But yeah, so check out Teresa today. We can be that support. We support each other, right? And yeah, so Teresa is at 5 p.m. So, Millie, I am grateful for every day, my health, the love I've experienced, and yet to my creations and inspiration, my curious mind, and all that I've learned. Oh, favor, Millie. And Jimena, at Wounds to Wisdom, Teresa. Hi, beautiful. All right, welcome, guys. So yeah, grateful. So what are you grateful for? Downtime is always important, but what are you grateful for in your universe? You want to add it to the chat there, but we do this on the daily. Why? Because staying in an attitude of gratitude, as well as having fast intuition, will shift you out of where you're at as fast as possible. There's a few ways. There's a few ways to make a shift in your universe. And the one is to be grateful wherever your universe is. Even mine. I've been in this spot for a few years now, and we've managed, and for that I am grateful. Would I like to do better or see more or have bigger? Of course, who wouldn't any? But in this aspect, I am grateful for what I do have, where I'm standing, what is going. Tina, it's hard to be psychic and intuitive because people don't understand you. That is why you create another family. Enspree, that is correct. Enspree, that's a really good comment there. We do create other families. My family doesn't understand me at all. My father, if you tell my father, and I've told him once, he said, no, all we are is a vibration, right? Technically, we don't exist. And if you really look at us, the molecules will spread out. All we are is vibrating molecules. And if you're standing out at a distance, you can see me. I look solid, but technically, I'm not. That did not go well with my dad. When I told him that we were vibrational, the only thing I got was, what the blank is wrong with you? Human, there's no such thing as that. You are crazy and you have lost. Do we need to take you somewhere? Essentially. And so, yeah, absolutely. That's why we create this family as well. It's we have two families in a lot of ways. Our family, who is our karmic, our energetic, like a birth family. Then we have our energetic, our real, other family that we create separately to who we see eye to eye. Right. No, my mother, she'll understand that we're all vibration and all that. And not as far off as I thought she was or anything of the sort. My dad, on the other hand, nothing, not at all. If I tell him that you are source and that you're vibrating, is that he will no sooner want me in a straitjacket than or call me, yeah, exactly. So call me insane. So yeah, that's why we create other families, is because we need people to relate to, right? If you literally thought that you were source and walking around and had not a soul, not a video, nothing to relate this to, it wouldn't go very far, and you'd probably end up yeah, exactly. So you wouldn't be able to say it to anybody, and you wouldn't have anybody to relate it to. And so think about like Neville Goddard. Go back in the time, right? So Neville Goddard, as he's walking around the UK and doesn't have a soul. I mean, he may have a friend, maybe, but I doubt it. I don't know how many people did he have in his universe that exactly. So grateful, guys. We have each other. Enspree, people who fear what they don't understand. Also, many of us who have been surrounded by handlers. Watch, and exactly. The question becomes then the situation that happened to myself when I was 2 years old. I'm not saying my dad's my handler. At the same time, he's been very helpful in my universe in lots of ways and loving and all. But at the same time, how did just handlers watch the video? It's a lot going on, and it may have been that I got hit by a handler or hit by exactly as well. So that the idea is, and the idea really is just to keep the fire creators, like the real earth beings. See, those, and we're going to get into NPCs and stuff, and it's a bigger topic than we want to go through in the next. Well, we could go through the next 20 minutes, but if you get the idea here, a lot of us here aren't real players, and that's where, if you watch Lucky Stone a while ago, was talking about NPCs, and they did a show on NPCs. The thing that becomes the question is, what is an NPC? And then a non-player character, and why are humans then trying to create AI as well and bring in our own non-player characters onto the human field? That's where it gets to be weird. I always thought it's weird that humans want to create AI. Are we standing in AI and trying to create AI in the first place? I passed out Clint and Jimena. Clint and Jimena were live last night at 11:30, 9:30 Eastern time, or 9:30 my time, 11:30 Eastern time. So if you tried to watch, or if you missed it there, yeah, check out the replay on Jimena's channel, or Clint, Gen X, the Gen X effect. Most of us here are Gen Xers. I certainly am myself. So yeah, so that's the question, guys. Handlers for sure. Was that situation done through a third party? Was it a handler situation? Was even my my mom, once I became karmic, or was karmic to my mother, and then she turned karmic to me. Was that a handling situation? Lots of things to think about. I can tell you a few bosses in my universe that may have been handlers. And yeah, those who can exactly manipulate your energy. And you don't think it's feasible, watch that video that's pinned to this channel. If you don't think that your energy is not feasibly manipulated, think again. I'll leave it at that. Oh, the video Josh posted, the episode before, he goes into how all religions worship the cube. Yes. And exactly, Mecca and not Mecca and yeah, the cube. And then, of course, if you're Hebrew, then it's the tefillin box. That's also the cube. And the cube, again, energetic theft. And we're not going very far. But if you're beginning to understand, even a little bit, you can see like the vague veil that we're trying to throw down here, right? Then you can understand the cube concept a little. You know, we're living within, yes. Just watch, guys. Exactly. And, interesting. Elizabeth bees everywhere these days. For me, anyone else experienced the beehive effect on the body? It's a tricky to find online. No, I've not ever even heard of that. What about the Kabbalah? Well, that's the ancient Jewish mysticism that theoretically that's the stuff that they ripped from the Bible. But I'm going to be careful and say it this way: any structured book from religion and whatnot contains two things. Well, three things: a slice of reality, a bigger slice of lies, and as you read it, a frequency to take you in some fashion to grab your energetics. There we go. So in that aspect, be careful when you're reading religious texts specifically. There's a vibration in there to grab you. There's a vibration in there to shift you to take your energetics, especially if you're reading it and it's in the prayers and they say Amen. You say that at the end of a prayer, guys. Do realize when you say Amen at the end of a prayer, you're not grounding into anything. You're giving the prayer away to Amen Ra. I leave it alone. When you're saying a prayer, when I say hallelujah, it's the sound of the angels. It's the highest vibrational word in the universe. Is hallelujah. And when you say that, you're proclaiming joy, love, and grace to the universe. When you're saying Amen, you're just going, here you go, Ra, go take my prayer. You do realize that's kind of, we just posted a video about somebody being energetically snatched, and then I'm telling you, so yeah, zoom it up, guys, and see, when you put it all together, you're going to start to see this is a gigantic harvesting realm in a lot of ways, and it's here to harvest what? Your energy. That's why you stay grateful. You hold your space. You hold your centered vibration. As you get knocked out of your centered vibration by watching X, Y, and Z, the Losh grabs up that energy, feeds the darkness on this planet. Are you understanding? If you're sitting there at home, or maybe you go to the airport, right? And then it's I think they got rid of airport CNN, which was insane. So then it's CNN, right? On 99% of the airports in America, they're contracted to be on. I don't know why, but yeah, the controlled news network is right. So anyway, so you're watching that, and you're sitting there, energy theft. Are you in understanding? So you watch a news story, whether it's the truth or not, and then it comes poof, and then you grab your losh as you sit there watching. So you're watching the war between the eyes, which gratefully is still, the ceasefire is still holding. Hallelujah. So as we watch that stuff, energy theft, it drops your vibration and it pulls you out of your space into that energetic field of the war. And what happens is you drop down, the other entities slide in to fill that void, to take that empty space and energy and to feed off of your lowers. And so that's the question, guys. When you're standing here in this toroidal field that you consider Earth, the gameplay that we call Earth, even Tron was trying to tell you in a smaller sense that you're not standing where you are. If you watch the original movie Tron, and yeah, exactly. Maybe we are also in that. Star Trek The Next Generation was also trying to tell you holodeck, right? You can go into the holodeck, you can get, and as has a couple episodes with Captain Picard, who had to be rescued from the holodeck because he got lost in the sauce within the holodeck. Are you an understanding of where you might be standing? That's saying this is a holodeck, yet we're trying to create one. But if you're cooking with Ray, hi, welcome. What's cooking? So if you're an understanding at all, or at least not an understanding, because I mean, I'm not even a full understanding, but if you have the plasticity in the mind, what video am I looking for again on Discord? Actually, on Discord, it's I posted it yesterday. It's a Quantum Businessman. It's episode 12 about the reality of where we live. You can also check out the one that we posted here, that Millie posted. That's the video where in the Quantum Businessman where he shows a congressional aide being who's giving testimony, right? Being taken over by her assistant, who is actually a NPC background, a program character to manipulate her energies. If you watch it, it's her aide. And so we have a senator, congressman, and then at least somebody works for the office if it's not the original senator or congressman, right? I don't know if it's a congressman or an aide, but either way, they're being manipulated energetically, if you watch this video, by her congressional assistant, or by her aide. So she hired somebody, or somebody's working for this congressman or senator, right? And the manipulation is clear. It's easy to see. You can see when something shifts, and you can see the results of that. The question becomes then how much of this goes on planet Earth that we don't realize. And your boss, maybe your boss isn't completely your boss. And then the question becomes, and how many of us are real versus how many of us on this planet are programmed to stop the real ones or are programmed. It gets weird, guys. And whether this is all theory, but yet at the same time, it all fits a lot of things. So again, check out the Quantum Business. We're going to do the curve cards here in a moment. But check out the Quantum Businessman in that video. What you're going to find may blow your mind. It may not. You may sit there and go, nah, I don't feel it. And if you don't feel it, that's fine. None of the, again, your results in this field may vary, but check. Oof. Yeah, exactly. So that leads to purposeful interaction with myself and what happened. But gratefully, the universe, as you begin to recognize that this may be a game, for example, will start to bounce that back to you. And of course, if you are standing in trauma of any sort that may have been caused through the game itself, like in my case, if you recognize that trauma, the game has nothing to do but release it. There's a lot more to this, but what I'm learning for myself is as I step forward daily and am grateful and keep acknowledging to the game what happened, the game gives me more and more looseness. I get more loose in myself, and I'm starting to see things come from the game. Do you recognize where you are? The game, it can be positive or negative, right? It's how you vibrate it and how you stand in it. Once you realize, okay, maybe I am in a field that it's a it's a reciprocating toroidal field, which is, if you want to get scientific about it, it reciprocates based off your centered vibration, your centered self, right? What are you vibrating when you stand in your center of who you are? What are you vibrating today? What is your resonant energy? And that's all this game is returning back to you. Ray, enjoy your summer vacation. Absolutely. Cooking with Ray. Grateful. If I see you again tomorrow cooking with Ray, I will give you a wrench. Grateful. We are always grateful to have new people. Make sure you subscribe and like as well. So yeah, that's the question, guys. Where are we? Where the hell is Carmen Sandiego, right? I've always thought Earth was kind of fake in aspects of like the countries and how it's all made up and who go see this and that. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I don't really know anything. I'm just grateful. That's the attitude. Yeah, and if you can hold that, then the universe has nothing left to do but give you more. That's generally my daily mantra outside of being grateful for my universe itself is I don't know anything, and I really don't. I'm just grateful. And what does that leave me? Humbled to learn more, humbled to be open to whatever the universe wants to bring into my field and open to learning more on the daily here. I make plenty then Bosco. Bosco, be of service to, what is Bosco? I know what Bosto is, would be of service to others. Ray, enjoy your day. Actually, I'm supposed to make sausage gravy for the folks I rent from. I get better get to it soon. There you go. Sausage gravy, yummy. I haven't had sausage, well, I don't have sausage anymore, but biscuits and gravy. There's a couple of places that do a vegetarian version with like mushroom gravy, and it's amazing. But yeah, biscuits and gravy, good stuff. All right, so let's use the to faster ground into our intuition. The other reason why we're doing the curve cards, guys, is that neuroplasticity, your intuition. If you want to, if you're in like me and anywhere curious, and if you're watching this channel, you're somewhat curious in some aspect as to where we are in the universe, or where in the hell are we? Where are we standing? Where are we sitting? Is this chair even I'm sitting on even real? No, it's not. the question is it even vibrating? Yes. Is it a figment of my imagination? Most likely, more than anything else. You should drive down and see Clint. You're missing out, Millie. Gasp, Millie. Never had biscuits and gravy. That's a Southern breakfast thing. You've never had biscuits and gravy? Wow, I used to in Cincinnati. There was a greasy spoon in Newport, Kentucky, and the I don't even know if they're still open, but yeah, I used to get biscuits and gravy, 2 eggs, a side of like scrapple or like scrapple sort of deal, and geta. It's called geta it's pork and oats and stuff kind of pressed together and then fried. If you've ever had geta, and then scrapple, it's the same idea. That's why I said scrapple first, but scrapple and geta are the same thing, just different names, basically. And so yeah, so I used to have biscuits and gravy all the time. But yeah, it was like a $5 plate. You get these big ass biscuits and slap it on up. But yeah, biscuits and gravy is awesome. All right, guys. And in the army, you get that. You get biscuits and gravy, or shite on a shingle. You ever had shite on? I don't want to say that. Shiznit on a shingle. Even a single cuss word on a live. If you're under 1,000, YouTube will semi-shadow ban it. If you're over 1,000, you get more leeway. If you're under 1,000, you do not. You're driving down the. It's like being on the highway at the 1,000 subs. It's like being on the service road along the highway with like less than 1,000 subs. So yeah, so you got to be more careful. Although with less than 1,000 subs, they could probably get away with using like certain music and stuff on the live. But all right, I usually make shit on a shingle. Yeah, SOS, right? I don't eat much pork anymore. Yeah, that's the first thing I gave up was pork, especially when I learned that it's quite possible that all the mRNA testing that they've been doing on animals, pork, right? That the vaccines that they've been giving pigs and stuff now, maybe, and do your own research, but from what I understand, and has been done for at least 10 years, mRNA technology and all the, unless you get an organic pig or something, but most of the shots and stuff that they give pigs before you eat them have mRNA vaccines. There we go. So I guess pigs, they got tested on something. So pigs. Pigs get the test. All right, so let's work with the curve cards real quick as well. And I saved them to the end because we're going to work fast and furious. Then we will work with the dream amethyst. Because we are technically, probably, and most likely in some fashion in a dream as well. Life is but a dream. There you go. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life again is but a dream. So they're telling you, life is but a dream. If I could take you up to paradise up above. But again, who knows? All right, guys. So I don't know anything. I'm just grateful. I gave up beef during a mad cow scare. It was supposed to be temporary, but instead other meats started falling away naturally. Yeah, he'll go into that too. If he talks about eating meat in the videos as well. So if you're a meat eater, and vibration and such, there's nothing wrong with being a meat eater. You have every absolute right, and there's nothing wrong with it at all. But to do realize as well, energetics and how things work, as above, so below. And if you are consuming an animal, then the animal has then technically speaking, you're opening up an all right. So if you consume animal, right? Plant, not plant, but animal itself. Plants die, and so it's not so. As long as you catch it before it dies, it's not so bad. But if you're eating animal, you realize that you're karmically opening up for yourself to be allowed to be eaten as well in a twisted sort of way. You are stating to the universe that I understand that eating animal flesh to me is all right. And so, of course, you open yourself up. This sounds twisted, but it's true. Karmically speaking, in an inverse sort of way, to be eaten by others as well. So energetically or otherwise. Because what you're saying is, I can eat an animal and I can take its losh, take the whole thing, and be fine with. That's fine. Then in that case, it can invert, and then they can take your energy. They can technically eat you. They can grab. Are we standing in a harvesting field? That's the other question we have to ask ourselves. And is it harvesting our energies? That's partly why we do the fast cards, is that we learn to harvest our own energy. We learn to stay in our own energies, and we zip it up pretty fast. So let's do so. Time's kind of ticking on the show. All right, curve cards. Here we go, guys. I know what you got, but ready? 1, 2, and here, we'll do it this way. So I don't actually know. I just know the bottom one. The jokers are in here as well. I'm going to take them out for today just to make it a little easier. No more Grover Joker, Grover Fish Joker. I don't know what this is, but it kind of looks like Grover. I don't know. Super Grover. All right, Mel. Awesome. Have a great day. I need to take the energies in. I set the intention beforehand. Interesting observation. Yes. You are the intention. That's the question. We're going to go over that and start going over like more I am stuff and who you are, our intentional universe. Have a beautiful day if you are. All right, guys. So let's do the cards. I took out the jokers to make it easy and to make it faster. All right, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna do colors and then suits. Here we go. What color is that? Is it red or black? 1, 2, 3. We're gonna be faster. 1, 2, and 3. You can already tell. Shoo. Black. Red or black? 1, 2. My next batch of chickens are for food. I will hatch the eggs and raise them with lots of love and pray for them. There we go. Ace of diamonds. Cool. And what? Red or black? 1, 2, and 3. Ace of spades. And finally, 1, 2, and 3. Red is correct. Poof. Ace of... All right, so now we're going to do the suits. Ace of hearts. And we'll shuffle these up real quick. There's only 4 of them, so it's not hard to shuffle. All right, guys, what suit is this? Is it a diamond, heart, club, or spade? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Club. All right, guys. Again, diamond, heart, spade, no club. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heart. All right, next one. Diamond, heart, club, or spade? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go, spades. And so we should know the last one there, guys. What one didn't come out yet? A Victor, the quantum businessman. We are specifically referring to this last 2 videos. I'm going to grab this and pin it, repin it, because once you get to his videos there, just see what grabs your attention. There we go, Victor. Ace of diamonds. Thank you, guys. All right, thank you for playing, and we will play again tomorrow. We may or may not bring in the jokers. I just want to do it a little quicker. And 4 versus 6 is a lot quicker. And as well, guys, that's for you to bring in your intuition, to help you see where you're at as well, to learn to dance around energy blocks. If you're going for a job, your intuition, is this a blocking energy? Will this boss be a blocking energy if you meet your boss, or will you be getting along with your boss? So grateful for you. Magic in the air. Love and favor, Josh. I've cast all those spells. Love you, PG. And I love your bubble universe there. All right, so let's work with the... There we go. That thing's pointy. The Dream Amethyst. I got this from where? Where else would you get crystals? I don't get crystals for anywhere, but at Chloe's Crystals. Chloe's Crystals. We don't know what the website name yet is, but Chloe Jane Mills at 82@gmail.com. If you need any crystals, just send an email. Chloe Jane Mills 82@gmail.com. And play, love, remember. Good dawning. And yeah, we can get you some crystals as well. So the Dream Amethyst with the Druzy Cave. That's a Druzy Cave there. And a Druzy spot over here as well. You know, if you see those, they're not, that's how it's meant to be. It's not imperfection. Thank you, Millie. 0800. Oh, wow. Okay. Here we go, guys. We're just going to take a few moments. With your permission, energetics only works with your permission. We're just for about 5 minutes, close out. What dreams are you wanting to put into it? So take a moment. I'm going to hold this here for 15 seconds. Put your dreams, ground into the Dream Amethyst, what you want for today, what you are looking for, what you are dreaming for. And then I will come back. Here we go, guys. And then we're going to use this Dream Amethyst, help ground in those dreams. So you may feel it in any specific chakra with your dreams there. Your root and sacral chakras would block your dreams for sure. You may find it in your gut, which is your intuitive self, your throat chakra, if your dreams are, speak. So here we go, guys, with your permission. I want to make something with some portobello mushrooms today. Ooh, yummy. Today, I may actually try to fast, like straight up fast, other than water, even though I'm working. I'm not going to go for a 3-day fast with my work schedule, but I may do intermittent eating daily intervals. If you know, it would be basically eating one meal every other day would be interval eating. So like 1,000 calories, or less than 1,000 calories today, nothing tomorrow, and then again less than 1,000 the next day. Interval eating. But yeah, if you fast though, you're not really supposed to. You just fast. Don't tell anybody. Though. I don't know why the energy. They tell you that not to fast when you fast, not to tell anybody. Just kind of do your fast. Then you tell people at the end. Boom. So if I'm pulling anything away, it's blocks to what you're trying to create, what you're dreaming about in your universe that you're trying to create from a dream, which is the divine feminine, right? The energy of it in here, and then bringing it to life in the divine masculine. Still waiting for the food pill. If you want to help me invent the food pill, send me a message, Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com, and we can never eat again. Yeah, if they had a food pill like in the Jetsons, that would be I'd wall off like I said before, I'd wall off my kitchen. All right. Sounds like I have a normal eating schedule, yeah. Oh, I'm hungry today? Nah, what's tomorrow? All right, so what's blocking you? You may feel this in your root and sacral chakras if you're blocked there. What are you dreaming about? What's your dream? My dream right now, honestly, if I had to state, and you don't want to always give away your dreams, but I'll give part of it. Just a hug on the daily, and there we go from there, right? So we know what that dream. Okay, Mo, might be easier via email. I think Lindsay or Hershey posted your email in the Discord just because I can be a long time with what can get long. I'm sure what I can get right now. Perhaps this is not the group for me. I hope it is, Mo. What's going on there, Mo? Okay, Mo, maybe it'd be easier to email. I think Lindsay or Hershey posted your email. Yeah, if you have any, Mo, send me an email. Let's talk. What's going on? All right, I'm just reading in the chat here. All right, I did a QHHT course. 3/4 since a medical thing. Oh, wow, that's awesome. It may have just been the mushroom comments. All right, guys, we're going to seal this up here in a minute. And so whatever you guys are dreaming about, throw it into the amethyst here. The dream amethyst, hopefully it'll return it to you. And life can be a dream, which is kind of where we're at as well. I may have just... All right. All right, guys, let's seal this off. So from your end, I've got a bunch of dreams in my universe for sure. That's amazing. Probably love to remember. All right, love you, Mo. All right, let's seal this off and close out with a group hug. All right, guys, grateful. Mo, all of you guys. Let's close this out with some intentional love here to the planet, and have a great day. All right, guys, here we go. Let's close this out. Question for y'all. I'm having a hard time with solar flares. Is that no, not at all. A solar flare, the energies from solar flares will rock. That's the foundational energy that shifts us in a lot of ways. So when solar flares come through and we get tired or whatnot, it's all that energy hitting our energetic field, and then we get tired, and it's shifting our energies as well. Remember, we're going from DNA, from a carbon base to a crystalline base, and all of that is done through solar energies, from the central sun connecting to our sun, and then connecting to us. And so anytime we have a solar flare, that's energetic codes that are coming at us at pretty much light speed. They're pretty fast. And so when those waves of energies come through and we get coronal mass ejection or a solar flare, then we're all going to get knocked over. A lot of us get tired. A lot of us feel groggy. A lot of us feel foggy. And that's the energies that we have to absorb. And then it takes a couple days to reabsorb those energies and to assimilate them into our code. And then we get an upgrade. And then you feel different. You make something may come in line. You feel a little bit lighter. You have more pep in your step. Your universe gets a little more aligned, just a wee bit. But yeah, absolutely. It's not the bigger question there, and to be honest, it would be if you didn't feel anything, like we had a next flare and you were like, nah, I'm perfectly fine. I don't feel a thing. If your energy didn't get, as the flare come in, if you didn't get a little angry or frustrated or tired or whatnot, I'd question then. Yeah, and now if you're not a player character or if you're, a background character on the planet, you may wouldn't even think about it. But yeah, if you're a real creator, you're going to feel it because it's those energies that are what's changing us. The body itself, we don't change, we're source, but the body itself is vibrating up. It's changing into crystalline structure, and that's how it does so. So in that aspect, because we feel the emotions that the body generates, right, as source, then exactly. Woke up a bit congested. Ooh, favor. Sending healing love and favor there, Victor. All right, I've been getting some of that too, Victor. I had it yesterday where something was going on where I couldn't speak and a big ball of phlegm in my throat, but favored today. All right, so let's close this out, guys, with a group hug. So left arm up to the person to your left, right arm up on the person to your right. We send love out of our left hand, and as we spin it around, we're going to send our love. It's going to come around through each and every one of us, and as it does, it's going to pass through each and every one of our heart chakras as well. So the love comes back through our right hand, your love, and the love of now everybody else spins around and comes through your heart chakra. So now all of our hearts are connected. We take our connected hearts as we spin our love around and around and around to and through each other. We connect it like a reverse tornado up into the greater source field. And we stay connected to the greater source field with our love as we see each other on the greater source field in love and at peace. And we see each other here in love and in peace. And we see each other in the world with four walls. There's no reason why anybody on this planet should not have a home of some sort with at least four walls. There's no reason why anybody should be living in a hut, a tent, in a tree, and not in a tree or in a cave or anything, unless they're choosing to, and that's your choice. But otherwise, we have enough material, money, facilities, and whatnot to create a 2-bedroom home, fully furnished with two bedrooms, 2,000 square feet on an acre of land, and drop it in Texas for every man, woman, and child on the planet. We do not have a population problem. We have an inner city density problem. But that's another story for another show, right? Exactly. Then we see each other as well in love and peace in the universe. We see each other with fresh fruits and vegetables in our homes. There's no reason why anybody should be starving on this planet, as 50% of all fresh fruits, vegetables, and whatnot never actually even makes it to market. Crazy enough. It dies in the field or what have you, doesn't get transported, rots, doesn't even get dug out of the field until they just plow it over for the next season, right? So in this aspect, there's no reason why anybody should be hungry. We do produce enough food. We just need to care. As well as fresh water, there's no reason why anybody should be dragging water from a lake, a river, a well, using a life straw or anything else, unless they have to. Everybody should have the right to fresh water, either a well or there's a device you can set on a table as long as you got 10% or more humidity. Turn the knob, and you get water from the invisible air. Everybody should have the right to fresh water, as well as hugs and love. There's no reason why anybody on this planet should be chasing around love or hugs. We all have somebody. There should be a lid to everybody's pot, so to speak, if you've heard that term, and that each and every one of us has the right to be seen and be loved and hugged in this universe, as well as to have purpose. Living without purpose is like a step in hell. I can tell you that for myself. And so everybody on this planet should have a right to purpose, to be seen with what they're doing, to have a job that gives them purpose, to make them feel good, and to bring something to this planet. We see governments of the world apologizing for the lying, grafting, grifting, stealing, and pulling the wool over their citizens' eyes. We see the armies of those same governments seeing the lies and putting down their weapons and apologizing to those they otherwise would have shot from across the battlefield without even physically knowing. And we see the governments of the world apologizing for the lying, grifting, grafting, and stealing, and having a leg wrestling contest. And whoever has the strongest legs there and can wrestle each other over, they can win the prize and control the world, or at least in their mind, or whatever it is that they were fighting over in the first place. We see each and every one of us here in our highest loving light. We see Suzette's Sunnyverse with her car completely repaired gratefully. We see her mother not unplugging the fridge each and every night or turning off the air conditioner. And we see Suzette driving away. Why? Because she got a respite from her mom, and grateful. We see Karen Suki, we haven't seen, going to not going to Estes to see her doctor anymore as she is healthy. We see Rick, who we haven't seen in a minute. I don't think he's even been at Arwen Steiger. We haven't seen Rick in a minute either, who, of course, we know he's cancer-free and never has to go back to his doctor again. We send Yolanda all the love from her fall and healing. We send Care Bear, who is in transition in her universe, all the love and healing and standing strong in her new universe. And all of you who are creating new universes, we send you love as well. And anybody out there who has anything going on in any aspect in your living, loving universe, and whatever that is for you, to you guys, we send love, peace, and of course, abundance and joy, and whatever is needed for you financially, food-wise, friend-wise, or otherwise, be it job-wise. And we see each and every one of us in the highest loving light. We see Mother Gaia without any X's or O's in the sky, any plastics or forever chemicals, and we see her as clean as the day she was born. All right. Take our love that we've connected to the greater source field and we release it up into the greater source field. And we close out this invocation by saying hallelujah, grateful, and so it is. Poof. All right, guys. Another day's useless image is spent. Make sure it's not useless, but another day's image is spent. That's a Doors song. But grateful. We'll see you all tomorrow in the dawning. Remember, guys, everything you do or don't do helps create your loving, living universe. If you're pursuing your dark night of the soul, and darkness, as you release the darkness to your higher self, as you release it outside of yourself and give it away and realize that it was placed in you, and generally it's not you to begin with, and you are just light, you let go. Your cells that have been jammed up and slowly vibrating, release. You start lifting up your vibration. You step into your light. You instantly feel like you've lost 40 pounds, and you step into your light body. It's the light body that creates by pulling in all the light to create with the energies of the universe. All right, guys, stay awesome. Have a great day, guys. Thank you all, and I will see you all in the next. Today, Victor is Truth Wave at 7:45. Care Bear at 8:30 or 8:40, and then Teresa is live today at 3 or 5. Wounds to Wisdom with Teresa. And so, guys, have an amazing day, and the day is amazing as you all are. Check out the videos, guys. We're not saying that we are or we aren't. We're just thinking, right? And a lot of it is just where the hell are we thinking, and we're going to think together and try to figure out all of this as best we can, right? One day at a time, guys. Together as a family, we can conquer more than we can individually. Mo, love you. Send me an email. Let's talk. All right, guys. And I love each and every one of you. Trista, God bless you. And we'll talk too. PG, love you. Bubble Boy. See you guys tomorrow in the. And I think Krista's live at noon as well. I'm not sure if Krista is going live as well, but I'll see you guys in the next. Much love, guys. Stay awesome.